Hello, my name is Catherine Gray, and I am a junior political science major with a minor in philosophy from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I'm Claire Roberts. I'm a senior, also from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, majoring in psychology and Spanish with a minor in criminal justice. And today we have Judge England with us, who served on the Alabama Supreme Court and also as a circuit court judge in Tuscaloosa. Judge England, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm John H. England Jr. The H stands for Henry. I'm a retired judge. I spent I spent 28 years on the circuit court bench and the Supreme Court bench. And I've now been retired since 2021. I spent 23 years on the University of Alabama System Board of Trustees, and I now serve on the Tuskegee University Board of Trustees. I am what I would call, or some people call, an active retired judge. So I still handle a case or two, and I'm looking forward to when y'all become lawyers, and maybe y'all can come before me.
Judge England, it's such an honor to have you here speaking with us today. So to start us off, our first question is, can you share a little bit about your experiences and interactions with former Senator Shelby?
Yes. My relationship with Senator Shelby goes back quite a while. I finished the University of Alabama Law School and started practicing law in Tuscaloosa in 1974. And during that time, I met Senator Shelby because he was a state senator. I would consider him to be a community activist because he seemed very accessible and had what I consider a good idea about what the future holds. So I remember after serving as a state senator, he ran for the House of Representatives. And now he ran as a Democrat. And was successful in that, and I campaigned for him quite a bit. In fact, that's one of the ways I came to know him even more. And then I supported him when he ran for the U.S. Senate and was successful in that endeavor. Ultimately, after that, he changed from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party. But I think he did that based upon him giving a pretty good view of what the future was going to be. And he was right, that Alabama became a state that if you wanted statewide office or national office, the Republican Party was the vehicle. So he showed good foresight in doing that. And I always appreciated that in him. But he still had the people's agenda. So yes, I can say good things about it because I know personally he did some good things.
Throughout your time in Tuscaloosa, what are some things that you have seen him done to help expand the city of Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama?
Well, I have seen him obtain funding for many buildings here on campus and buildings across the state. I've seen him actually work to, have good judges appointed by the president. I've seen him do that. For example, Judge Kugler, who I served with on the circuit court bench, but through the efforts of Senator Shelby, he became a United States District Judge and is at this time the presiding judge for the Northern District. And I also can point out that back when my son was a student, he was given an opportunity to serve as a page in the U.S. House. I consider that a good thing done by the Senator Shelby.
So similar to Senator Shelby, you attended the University of Alabama Law School, and you both remained in the state. So my question is, as such a successful individual, what prompted you to stay within the state of Alabama, and what appeal would you make on behalf of the state to the students here at the University of Alabama?
Well, what I'll say is that the state of Alabama is on a journey. And that is a journey to be all it can be for all the citizens of this state. And we need leaders who got vision, care, and we can't have all of them leaving this state. There are opportunities for not only this state, but for those individuals who stayed to grow. That's what I told my children and my grandchildren, and I got two of them to remain in the state. One went, after working 10 years in the state, went to Atlanta, but she still spends a lot of time back home. So Alabama is a state with great opportunities, great needs, and we need visionary leaders. So please stay, don't go. There's a song like that. Yes.
Want to sing for us?
Huh?
Want to sing it for us?
Absolutely not.
Speaking of those visionary leaders, who were some people that inspired you to become the leader that you are today? And what would you say to aspiring young leaders?
Okay. Wow. I'll name a short list, okay? There is Charles Steele, who I served on the city council, who became national president of SCLC. There is Bill Lanford, who was president of the city council during my time and was also past chair Tuscaloosa County School Board. Those are people who we were at odds with each other on some issues, but we knew when to come together for the common good. Those are just two local ones. And of course, Barack Obama, John Kennedy, are leaders that I think a great deal of. One of my heroes was Hal Heflin, who was Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court and then became a United States Senator. In fact, when I was sworn in to the Supreme Court, it was Hal Heflin who swore me in. There were others. One of the individuals who I was in law school with who became Senate Pro Tem, Michael Figgis. unfortunately, he passed in his 40s, who I thought if he was still with us, he would have been governor. That's just to name a few. I hate to start naming because then I know I'm going to leave out so many people. I can go back to my days at Tuskegee. Wendell Parrish was an individual who offered leadership to me. So I better stop because all kind of names are bubbling up in my head, and I'm gonna stop right there. What's your next question? Or can I ask you one?
I would love for you to ask me a question.
So, as a young person in school, where do you see yourself fitting in the state of Alabama? What do you think you can do to make our state better?
Well, I think as Tuscaloosa natives, we have sort of a unique experience on campus, especially now that the University of Alabama is the majority out of state. And something that I like to do with my fellow peers is just share different opportunities within the state to get plugged back in. I know that brain drain is what it's been titled, is a big issue within the state, and that's one of the reasons that I asked that question. But I see myself practicing as an attorney within the state in the future, and hopefully being able to offer up opportunities for younger students who might be from out of state to get plugged in to Tuscaloosa and Alabama specifically.
Claire?
I think it's also just important to remind people that Alabama is a great state and there's a lot to do in Alabama. It's not, people think of the big cities, they think of these massive places that they need to go and get a job, but realistically, Alabama has almost everything, and I think that reminding people that you can become something big and something important in Alabama is really special because, Alabama's my home. It always will be, and I think that now as I've gotten older, I've realized that by being a leader, by standing up, speaking about what you believe in, that you can reach your goals and reach your dreams and determinations.
Okay. That's nice. I feel, hopeful that we're going to be all right when the new group of leaders, such as yourselves and my granddaughter in this state. Yes. All right. What's next?
Well, thank you for speaking with us.
Oh, no. Thank you for speaking with me.
It's been great.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
So we greatly appreciate your time. All of your insights have been invaluable. So
Well, thank you very much. I tell you what, it never fails. Young people always teach me a lot. They do. For one thing, they tell me what I don't know and what I need to know more about. And I appreciate that.